What's up YouTube? Welcome to Mixed Solutions. I'm Dylan. In this video, we're going to be installing the AZDOME M550 for my F80 M3. AZDOME actually ended up reaching out to me on Instagram and giving me the opportunity to choose one of their dash cams, and this is the model I ended up choosing. So let's go ahead and get to the unboxing. Now that we finished the unboxing, let's go ahead and get to the installation. First, I like to start in the front, figure out where I'd like my camera at, and then get to the hard wiring. The reason why I like to go ahead and start with the front is because first, figure out where you like the camera at, and then after that, go ahead and get your wiring all set up. I feel like if you start with wiring everything, like for instance, your rear camera or your hardware kit, you get to the front, and all of a sudden now you have either too much slack or not enough slack. So I'm going to go ahead and just clean this area with some alcohol spray. Just make sure that this thing sticks pretty good. Don't want it going nowhere. Alright, so it looks like they sent me the wrong hard wiring kit. Come to find out, this has a USB-C and all on the camera. It does not have a USB-C spot. So we're just gonna go ahead and opt for the powering kit that comes with the camera. And then there is a cigarette lighter under here. So we'll just go ahead and get it mounted there and then reach out to AZDOME, get a new replacement on the hardware kit, and then we'll show a installation video on that here coming soon. Okay, since the camera's gonna be sitting about right here, we're gonna go ahead and run the cable up all the way to the top where the A pillar meets right here through this crease, and then down the weather stripping all the way down the side. Found it easier just to use your finger instead of the pry tool. Now that we got the adapter in there, you're gonna go ahead and run that cable all the way under that plastic trim right here. The reason why you wanna run it that way is because you do have an airbag that sits about right here. Then you don't want any wiring or anything in the way there. All right, so now that we have the camera mounted, power cable ran, and we went ahead and tested, make sure it powers on, we're gonna go ahead and get the rear camera mounted up as well. We're gonna be running down the same path where we ran it under the headliner between the windshield, down between the A-pillar right here where this crease is, down the weather stripping, and then the only difference is we'll be moving down to the floorboard trim all the way to the rear. So go ahead and just feed this to the rear. I kind of already know where it's going to go, how much slack I have. What I'm going to end up doing is taking the extra slack and putting it between the door, the rear door, and all right, now we got the power cable hooked up and the rear camera as well. Ended up following that same path for the power cable, hiding it under the plastic, going in between the crease, and then also hiding it between the headliner and the windshield. So then we're going ahead and show how we got it. Now I'm just tucking it under this plastic trim. Kind of be careful on how you place the cable near the clips too. Maybe harder to go ahead and get it clipped back in. So I went ahead and hid the cable, about curved it right about here. I went ahead and ran the cable under the plastic trim here, and then we'll go ahead and remove the back seat trim as well, and then run the camera to the back. So now we got the passenger seat moved up. We're gonna go ahead and continue to run this cable under the plastic trim. Go ahead and just run it under the seat. don't think you need to really take off the seat. You can pry up just enough to get the cable back there. All right, so we're gonna end up running it between this crease right here, like where the weather stripping is. I would use your hands, not a pry tool, just because of the leather. You don't wanna take that plastic sharp end and dag your leather. And then with any extra slack that you have in the camera, I just went ahead and tucked it back here and then continue to run it just to keep test fitting how much slack I'll need. Right there, so. All right, let's see how we're going to mount this now. All right, so now that we have all the wiring complete, we're gonna go ahead and get the camera mounted up. So with this style of cameras comes with a 3M adhesive tape and 2 screws, but we're not gonna be using the 2 screws. We're just gonna be opting for the 3M tape, and then we're gonna go figure out where we're gonna mount this up at. I kinda wanna turn this bracket around. All right, so I'm gonna actually customize this a little bit. I noticed that the bracket, it only gives you a certain amount of room to kind of lift up and down. So what I'm gonna do is actually take these screws off, swap this bracket the opposite way, and then that'll give me more pivot room to put some 3M adhesive here and then mount it. Not gonna tighten the screws all the way just to see if it actually will work. I would go ahead and use some alcohol to clean the plastic, to remove any cleaning products or hand grease, just to ensure that the 3M tape actually sticks to the plastic and doesn't fall off over time. All right, so first I'm gonna go ahead and get it mounted to the bracket. All right, so I like to make sure I got it centered. I'm pretty OCD. All right, that's installed. All right, now the rear camera has been installed, wires has been tucked. That looks like it's the best it's gonna get due to the fact that that's the 3rd brake and you really can't get in these creases. Probably go ahead and cover this up with some black tape, make it a little cleaner. Now that we have the camera mounted power cable hooked up and the rear camera as well, we're gonna go ahead and put the trim back. All right, there we go. That wasn't as easy as I thought it would be as taking it off, but it seems as if you get one popped in, just kind of wiggle it and pop it into the rest, and then definitely need a lot of pressure. All right, so now it's powered up, got everything connected. We're going to go ahead and finish up the final steps. We'll move the film on it. Firm English. It's okay. Choose time zone. Make sure the date is correct. Month, date, year. All right, so it looks like everything is starting. Looks like we just need to format the SD card. My bad. All right, memory card for smooth operation. Looks like you just have to initiate a couple formats, and looks like everything is up. All right, so the installation's been completed. Everything seems to be working great. Unfortunately, it's currently snowing outside right now, so I will not be able to give you guys any on-road footage. But stay tuned for the next video where I'll be giving a more in-depth review and the options it actually provides with on-road footage. Thank you, AZDOME, for providing me with the M550 dash cam. If you're interested in this item, link in bio. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.